Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. That's right, I'm in my office. Disregard the laundry behind me. But anyways, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to talk about the 2021 horror movie, Death Link, which is directed by David Lipper. It's about social media. There's a lot of these movies that have come out recently. One of my favorites is Stay Off the App, starring one Richard Grieco. That is an awful movie. This is pretty bad too. So this movie follows a bunch of like 20-something. They're supposed to be high school kids, but they're like mid-20-year-old kids who are on the Instatox, which right away, a lot of this movie gives me red flags because this movie seems like it was written and constructed by like boomers talking about like younger kids and how they act. And like the whole theme and messages around this movie, it comes across as somebody who's like super out of touch and inauthentic in a lot of ways, where the criticisms again seem like criticisms of like a boomer. And I'm not here to say like social media is some positive thing on the world, because it's clearly not in a lot of ways. But I'm also not somebody who's gonna be like, every person who uses social media is so vain and the only thing they care about is whatever, blah, 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 blah. I think there's plenty of good positives about social media and the internet and sharing. I'm doing it right now, and I do it because I like creating things, and creatives like to get their stuff seen. Sure, you can say it's vain, I guess, I don't know, but how do you even like quantify that shit? Like, anyone who creates something is now all of a sudden vain? Sure, but it's not necessarily a negative thing, I guess is what my point is. I got off. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm in my office. Everything's fucking weird. This is weird. So Death Link, it's not a good movie. It's just not. Production wise though, it's fine. It's shot fine. It's competent, I guess. The audio is fine. The score is fine, although probably stock or not written specifically for the movie. The acting, pretty bad. Really bad actually. But again, I go back to this whole like boomer feeling of this whole thing, and it feels like 20-somethings saying dialogue written by a boomer in a way where, again, it sounds inauthentic for the characters and the age and stuff like that. And so maybe I'm just like not the target demographic. Maybe this is more aimed at like a young teenager crowd, but the movie's rated R. It's got some swear words and a little bit of violence. Not much, not enough gore. It's not going to satisfy a horror fan, which is what I am coming to this. And besides like a bit of some swear words, it's very inoffensive of a movie in a weird way, except for like a few scenes that involve an old dad's ass. Like there's old dad ass in this movie, which is again really weird because this movie's filled with like 20-somethings, all super attractive men and women, and the nudity that they choose to show is like a 55-year-old man ass. And again, like, okay, who's this for? Because if it's for like teenagers who are into the social media and the Instagram and TikTok and they're looking for this cool horror movie, are they really interested in like 55-year-old man ass? I don't think so, but I don't know. It's just, the script in this movie is terrible. I'll just say it. It feels like there's some influence from Scream in some ways where the plot goes, but the storytelling methods in this movie are awful, where it's just a bunch of sequences of characters stopping the movie and then long monologues or dialogues about character backstory, sometimes about characters that we really never see in the movie. And they have to explain them and their backstory and why they might be relevant to the story that's currently happening. Seems pretty shoddy to me. And then, what's even worse is I hate when movies do this, but when they like proselytize to you or preach at you through like what characters are forced to say. And they do this a lot where they're talking about the negative side of social media and the way that people need validation, and the only way they feel like they can get it now is on their smartphone. It's like, okay, cool. If you want to like approach that theme, sure, go for it. But if you literally in a movie need to stop it and have the characters say all that to another character, I don't know. I feel like there's better ways to get your message across than slapping the viewer across the face with it. Because when people are preached at, I feel like they're less open to listening to it, because I don't know. At least to me, preaching comes off as like forced. Like I wasn't asking for it. I'm not here to learn a moral or a lesson. I'm here to enjoy a story. And if the story has one and I'm compelled and interested in the movie, then sure, that can work. And that's why I like a lot of like Christian, right-wing Christian movies are so silly to me, where the actual medium that we're in of visual storytelling takes a backseat so that they can make sure they hammer in their message to the viewer, as opposed to like making a compelling story that also features that message, if that makes sense. I don't know. So this is just boring and dull. Doesn't appeal to a horror fan like me. There's no comedy or anything like that. There's melodrama with teenagers and cheating and not cheating and all that kind of crap. That doesn't appeal to me. Again, I go back to maybe this movie isn't designed for me, but then you got the old man ass in there, so that feels like that is designed for me in some way. That's a weird thing to say, but you know what I'm getting at. Maybe. I don't even know what I'm getting at anymore. Sorry, I'm in this office. It's just so weird to do when he's in the office. Especially with all the laundry behind me. It's very distracting. I'm not gonna lie. None of it works. Nothing here lands. This is just pretty bad. At least Stay Off the App, which was an awful movie, was awful enough to be entertaining in that way. This is just like milquetoast, kind of boring, very forgettable. So that's it. That's it for Deathline. Death Link. What the hell is this shit called? Death Link. That's it for Death Link. I will catch you here next time, guys. Goodbye. Hey guys, it's Chris. I know some of you already have a heads up over the others because you've already liked the video and subscribed to the channel. To me, it's like a no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't you do that? So like the video, subscribe to the channel, helps us out. Catch you here later, guys. Goodbye.